what year. They call it the Jersey bounce. The rhythm that really counts. Oh, it's temperature always bounce. Oh, when they play that crazy rhythm they play. Started in Journal Square. Somebody heard it there. Oh, they could right on the air. Now you hear it everywhere. Hey, uptown, added some kicks there. Downtown, added something like no town. Makes it sound the same as where it came from. Pick it up, it's so hot, hot, hot. But the South Jersey spot. And whether you're happy or not, hey, the Jersey bounce will make you swing the swing stance. Added some licks, hey, downtown. Added some licks, but no town. Makes it sound the same as where it came from. You know, you're so hot. About the South Jersey spot. And whether you're happy or not, hey, that Jersey bounce will make you swing. Yeah, that Jersey bounce will make you swing.
Lucky me. Hi, I'm here speaking with Sylvia Goldin and Paul Slackus, Good News Planet. Hi, Sylvia. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Great. Sylvia, you have an illustrious career and you keep going and continue to do beautiful projects in the world of entertainment and for making people feel good. And I think you started when you were 3 and now you're just a couple years later. A couple years later.
Yeah, only 90.
Oh, only 90 years later. So, and a lot has happened that has been really wonderful, from entertaining in the real professional entertainment world and community outreach. You even have my Boy Scouts in there. You've been a mom and you have great grandkids. You are loaded with good news.
I was an only child, but I made up for it.
You were like 6 children. So tell us what some of the highlights of some of the things you've done that you made you happy.
Well, performing is my vitamins. I even love rehearsals.
Okay. And how come you like performing? I mean, what is it about it that you find of interest and joy?
Well, it's fun to be somebody else.
Okay.
When you act, you're somebody else. And even when I was little, I used to do impersonations of the actors and actresses.
Okay. And so what were some of the impersonations you like to do? I mean, what kind of people did you admire enough to actually, be them?
Well, I admired the English-speaking actors because I love the language and they spoke it so beautifully. But for instance, I imitated Greta Garbo.
Okay.
I would say, I want to be alone, and then take very big steps because she was supposed to have big feet.
That was pretty good. That's a good Greta Garbo. But you
Well,
also,
I also do Zsa Zsa Gabor.
oh, do you? Okay.
Yes, to the tune of A, you're adorable, A, I'm adorable.
You have a European ancestry?
I can do accents. I really only know English, except for menus. I can eat in any language.
You got shtick. Uh, your family came from Europe or somewhere else?
No, my mother was born in Florida
Oh,
and my dad was born in Pennsylvania.
oh, okay. Then their parents were European? No?
Yes, their parents were.
Oh, okay.
My grandparents were.
Grandparents were. So, and where did you grow up? Or
How
did
much
you?
time do you have? I was born in Charlotte, North Carolina. I left there when I was 6 weeks old, so I didn't have time to get a Southern accent.
Uh-huh.
I lived in Ohio. I lived in Cincinnati and Chillicothe, Ohio. I lived in Maysville, Kentucky. My 4 years of high school were in 3 different states, 4 different cities. It's, the itinerary, it's just, I wanted to be near my parents, so I traveled.
You got good stuff. So where do you think you got this natural gift for humor and looking at life in a very optimistic, yet I'll have to say, kind of funny way?
I had a fabulous mother who always said, everything happens for the best. And though I didn't always believe her, it was a wonderful way to live. And my dad had a great sense of humor. He was always telling jokes. My mom had a good sense of humor, but she subdued it because in those days, that's what a wife did for her husband.
Okay, all right. But and you were you as I can't believe you could be have so were you subdued?
No, I don't squash easily.
But you're out there with beauty and appreciation for life, I feel. And,
Yes.
and so that there's no need to subdue. It's a
Well,
matter of life and living it and sharing it and enjoying it, right?
well, I have a few philosophies that help me with that. One of them is if there's something you can't do anything about, do something you can do something about so you don't feel disempowered.
That's a very powerful comment.
I don't waste energy on things I cannot change.
Wow, you know the Serenity Prayer inside and out.
Yeah. I really think worry is a waste of time. You can either do something about it or you can't. But worrying is silly. It doesn't help at all. You're part of the problem, not part of the solution.
This is very positive. This is best-selling stuff, This is like, helping others.
Exactly.
Exactly. Thinking about the way to live their life, because a lot of people get stuck.
Negative people are toxic, so I try not to get toxic.
Okay. When you perform, you're down in Florida now, is that right?
Correct.
And you have a good Delray community that does different events and so on?
Yes, the local community, we do several shows a year. We were doing them on Zoom earlier, but now we're doing them in person with a piano.
In person with a piano. Oh, I like that. All right. I play the piano. And I used to go down.
Oh, could you come down? My chorale needs a piano player.
Well, maybe some point. Actually, we just brought my aunt who lived in Boca Woods up here to Queens, Kew Gardens there before COVID, and but we used to go down a lot to that area, and I love that area. I got a lot of friends over there. But I don't think I can make it like, tonight, but another time maybe. I'd love to play. I love community. And do you have an extremely active community there where you live?
Well, before COVID, BC, yes. We have many clubs here, over almost 3 dozen. We have many classes. We have Zumba. We had Socrates Club with a wonderful discussion group. all adults, they each wait till the other one finishes speaking. Nobody disagrees with anybody disagreeably, but everybody has a right to their opinion and it's respected. It's a great group. I also belong to the Funshine Club, whose only reason for existence is to have fun, which is my kind of club.
You've also done some things with the Jewish organizations, is that right?
Well, you said news, right?
Jewish.
Oh, oh, yes.
I'm
Until
not from the English. I'm not English, so
sorry, darling.
part, just a little guy from Tarry, nice Jewish boy from Tarrytown, but I can go to London if I have to.
I never lived in a Jewish neighborhood until I married my first husband, and he wanted to live in a Jewish neighborhood. I lived in a lot of small towns, some of which you may have never heard. And there wasn't even a delicatessen, much less a synagogue. So I kind of grew up without any really religious affiliation. But I used to sneak off to church to sing in the choir because I love to sing.
That's fun. You know, your daughter, Shelley, this is how we're meeting. She introduced me to you. You got something, Jersey?
Yeah, the Jersey Bounce. Yes.
Yeah,
that was a couple of years ago.
What's the Jersey Bounce?
Yep.
That's a song? What is the Jersey Bounce?
It's a song.
Sylvia Goldin's going to sing here. This is the Jersey Bounce.
Well, currently, I'm doing supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That, oh.
Oh, that's from Sound of Music.
That's Sound of Music. This isn't the Jersey Bounce, right?
No, it is not.
This sort of reminds me of Julie Andrews. I don't know why.
Because she sang it. The children sang it.
I know. This is one of the all-time hits.
Oh, I also do Julie Andrews doing Loverly.
Well, you can do a Loverly. How does that go? How does the Loverly go?
Oh, well, turn that thing off first. I've also done Carol Channing. Yes, you little girl from Little Rock. And so on. I also, at one time, did Kenny, I think it was Kenny Rogers. No, Willie Nelson and Julio Iglesias. Of all the girls I loved before, who traveled in and out my door.
Oh my God. I'm laughing so hard because this is the stuff I happen to love.
Wonderful. We have that in common.
I love it dearly. That kind of entertainment is nothing but joy. I listen to all these kinds of things all the time because it's happiness. I grew up in this kind of a home where my mother was a musician and we a librarian and blah, 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 whatever. But we had music all the time and we didn't take life.
Music is wonderful.
Super seriously. And we took life as an opportunity to love and enjoy each other and so on. It's so, so wonderful. So what's your next project? You have another project?
We're doing a Disney program.
A Disney program?
Yes.
Okay. And you'll sing some, I mean, you're in Florida, so Disney is prevalent over there. And
I like Disneyland, especially the Rock and Roller Coaster and the Tower of Terror elevator.
I don't know those rides because I've never been.
Oh, they're great. Your heart goes down before you do, but
yeah, I'll never go on those.
Well,
they're not my joy. I don't know. A lot of people can enjoy those kinds of things. For me, it's
I do.
It's I can't leave my heart alone.
Well, whenever I was on a roller coaster, I always wanted the front seat so I could see the dive coming.
So you're really adventuresome, I would say.
Oh, yes. Safely adventurous.
Safely adventurous. Okay, wonderful. And what would you suggest for young people today? What are some of the things you think they should be thinking about in and for their lives to better their lives?
They should be as well informed as they could be about things that are going on in this world so they can vote intelligently. They should have standards and stick to them no matter what. Live an honest life. Do good wherever you can, and try to avoid people who are evil.
Those are brilliant statements. You know, Sylvia, I'd like to speak with you again. I'm going to ask you one other thing. We're involved, and we'll make this part one for another opportunity to talk with you. You're a beautiful person. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, we're involved with World Peace, actually, the International Day
Uh-huh.
of Peace. And I've been doing concerts for about 20 years. I'm a musician too, and saxophone and piano guy. And I love entertainment. It's my favorite. I did the Carol Burnett, the Sonny Cher. I worked on a lot of famous TV shows. And so I love when the people have a good time and they just enjoy themselves, like what you're all about. You are the mecca of entertainment for a guy like me. So we do this Peace Day concerts, and we ask many people, what is peace for them? So Sylvia Goldin, what is peace for you?
Peace, lack of war for one thing, lack of famine, lack of poverty. You know, if everybody would realize how much more we have in common and just find the differences culturally interesting, we'd have a wonderful world. And that would really be a peaceful world.
It's a wonderful world. You're fantastic. Sylvia, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. I've been waiting to be discovered. You finally did.
Lucky me, lucky our audience. And it was in Yiddish, they say beshared. It was meant to be. And so is there any like a website or any, anything that if somebody's in the Delray area, can they come and see your perform?
Yes, at the Weissman Center, 7091 West Atlantic Avenue, November 16th at 3:15, November 17th at 1:15.
Wowie zowie.
But they have to show proof of vaccination and they have to wear a mask.
Okay. And I'd be happy to, for those that can't make it down there, if somebody videotapes it or if we figure something out, I would broadcast it. So
Thank you.
It'd be my honor.
I would love a copy of this.
I'll, of course, give you a copy. I'll give you and your
Thank
daughter,
you.
Shelley, by far. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sylvia.
Thank you.
What a pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.